guess since you guys have had a game like this, I'm curious, what do you think was just going wrong for you guys?
Everything went wrong, didn't it? There wasn't too much that went right tonight. You know, whether we turned the ball over 16 times, we gave up probably the worst three-point percentage of the year. They shot 56. It felt like they were shooting close to 80, and I think they were at one point. We just weren't very good tonight. I think we didn't match the intensity from the outset. I thought we were chasing, especially defensively, and I think we didn't move the ball on offense the way we're capable of. I think we tried to do too much, and we refused the simple play. The plays that were right in front of us, I thought we just tried to do one more extra dribble or looking for our own shot. At times too much. And listen, you play good teams. If you make mistakes, they punish you for those mistakes. And tonight, we were punished for every mistake that we made, and rightfully so. I think we deserved to be, because I didn't think from a complete standpoint that we were ready to play. And I'll take blame for that. You know what I mean? If your team's not ready to play, then the first person I'm going to look at is me. Why weren't we ready to go? So we'll get back to the drawing board. We'll figure it out.
Coach, just from a coach's standpoint, after a night when nothing went right, do you prefer to burn the tape and just immediately look ahead to form, or do you want to analyze everything that went wrong the next day?
Depends on how I sleep. If I sleep, no, I'll make sure I get some rest. I'm no good if I don't get any rest. You know, it depends, right? I haven't decided on it yet. I mean, you can burn it. You can take a look at it. We'll see when it comes tomorrow. Need some time on that one.
Coach, just now, Kareem sort of mentioned that he didn't like to see the signs of the team that had started the season on a losing streak, and obviously you guys turned it around. What specifically would you say was absent tonight that you'd seen the last couple of games, especially Saturday against Bonaventure?
Yeah, I think from a defensive standpoint, we didn't work together as a team. I thought our communication was low, and then you know we looked around too much to almost like, well, someone else is supposed to do their job. We didn't take personal pride like I think we have in those past few games. Listen, I mean, all the offensive outputs that we've had, they've been great, but our defense, right, no matter how the shooting night has gone, if you take a look at how we've been defensively, there's a lot of consistency throughout the wins that we've had, and tonight we were off beat.
When they started 13 of 17 shooting the three ball, do you chalk that up to, was it the quality of looks they were getting, or was it, I guess maybe just they were on one of those nights?
Yeah, I would like to say they were on one of those nights, but I'm gonna be honest, I thought they got quality looks. And I'm sure he probably told you guys that too. They got quality looks. And I mean, percentage-wise, you would hope they miss. They don't shoot 56 every night, you know what I mean? And I've watched a lot of tape where they've had quality looks. Their average is their average. But tonight, they made us pay, right? They were locked in. They made shots. I would like them to shoot 33, 35, but they didn't.
Coach, Kareem also mentioned yesterday the juice wasn't there at practice. Can you just explain what that's about and how that bled into tonight?
Yeah, I thought, listen, it's tough, right? It's a long season. We've been going, right? We practice, we get after it. Our guys, they put forth a lot of effort. For me as a coach, you have to monitor to those things, even when practice isn't quite right. Thought we didn't have one of our best practices leading up to the game. I'll be honest in saying that, and we can be better in that regard. So, hey, take a look at practice. I take a look at the practice plan. What did we do that day? Why didn't we have it? Right. So I'll evaluate quite a few things so we can avoid this situation. again,
Drew, Dayton's been the class for quite a while, even though last year they didn't win, but was the aura of them being here something that maybe affected these guys, and did you sense that, if that's the case?
I don't know. I don't think they walk around with any aura. I think they just play good basketball. I don't take it as such, right? I respect Dayton just as much as I respect Bonnie's, LaSalle, anybody that comes in here, because I know if we're not at our best, they can kick our butts. I do know that. Could the game in the moment been too big for our guys? There's a possibility, but I won't use that as any excuse. I think we played in some big games. I don't think that crowd was too much different from when we last played. Was that Saturday, right? Maybe a few more people in the building, but I think we responded and handled some things. But you know, for whatever reason, we weren't very good tonight. That's just where it's at.
Coach, from the line of made threes, going 1 for 9 at the free throw line and a bunch of turnovers, it seemed like Dayton had this sort of mental edge, which was causing, it seemed like, negative body language on the Duke's players. Do you think Dayton's intensity was getting in the heads of the Dukes tonight?
That's how it typically looks, right? If you watch a lot of basketball games and the team is on fire and they're up 25, right? If you look at the other team, it takes some steam out of you, right? I do appreciate how we finished the game. We didn't have it. I don't think we were, you know, at one point, I don't think we had enough juice and we weren't playing it good enough to win that game. We're deep in the second half. But you got to take some small battles within, right? If I ask my guys, hey, with this 4-minute stretch, we gotta show something different. We gotta pick up our intensity. We gotta start getting stops. The ball needs to move. If I get some certain moments out of them in the course of this blowout game, then I know we're still together. Yeah, we did have some bad body language at times, right? It happens. You ever had your butt kicked before? You drop your head typically, right? It's a tough moment, but yeah, you show it, talk about it, you bounce back. We're human, right? It's no different. You see it at the top level, and you see it with little kids who start playing basketball. It's no fun being down 25. The body language gets bad sometimes, right? But we correct it. You know, my guys, they're not perfect. So they had their moments tonight, but I'm gonna call them on it. I'll be honest and truthful, whether they disagree, whether they agree.
Coach, on paper, you guys probably had the physical advantage down low, but your guys got in foul trouble early. How did that kind of impact how you approached the game?
Yeah, we gotta stop fouling. Jakob has to stop fouling, right? I think everyone in there agrees with that. We got the ball there. We didn't generate good offense, enough good plays. I thought early on we had some good kickouts, but I thought we held it there. I thought we could have done a better job of squaring up and seeing the floor and just maybe taking the easy play and getting it moving. I thought when it got there sometimes we took a lot of time away from the shot clock. And if you do that and you don't generate that open look, now you're playing, you're not only playing against the defense, you're playing against the shot clock too, right? And the deeper we go into the shot clock, our point per possession goes down, right? We start running up against it. Now you're in more of a scramble mode. Now you have to take a shot of higher difficulty. And I thought after our first couple looks, we started getting in that. There was a trend of that going on.
Coach, the team's been playing some good ball lately. How do you just move on from this game and go into the next?
That's what we do. We gotta move on. That's exactly what we gotta do. You answered your question, right? We have to move on, and in doing so, we gotta correct some things, fix some mistakes, and then we just gotta get ready to play, because this game has nothing to do with the next one, right? It just doesn't.
Coach, you're about a third of the way through conference play. Where do you assess your team at this point?
Work in progress.
Anything else, Coach?